Key issues and market analysis. Opening of the United States stock market on May 2nd, 2025. 1. What is the current mood of the United States stock market? Major stock indices in the United States have all rebounded strongly. The Dow Jones rose by 1.08%, the S&P 500 by 1.2%, and the Nasdaq 100 by 1.14%. The Russell 2000 index, focused on small and mid-cap stocks, also rose by 1.5%. Except for Apple, most stocks showed strong performance, mainly due to optimism over trade, negotiations between the United States and China, and positive employment data. However, concerns over tariffs and economic slowdown still weigh on the market, so excessive optimism should be avoided. 2. Is there a possibility that trade negotiations between the United States and China will resume? Recently, the Ministry of Commerce in China announced that it is reviewing a request for tariff negotiations from the United States. This signals a step back from their previously firm stance, and the market is interpreting this very positively. Furthermore, with the dismissal of National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, who was known for his hardline stance on China, expectations have grown that the United States may be adopting a more flexible approach. However, China is requesting a clearly designated representative for the negotiations, and it appears that more time will be needed to reach an agreement. 3. Is the employment market in the United States really solid? So far, the employment market remains relatively strong. Non-farm payrolls increased more than Wall Street had expected, and both the unemployment rate and labor force participation rate remain stable. However, a decrease in average hourly wages has raised concerns that job growth may be concentrated in temporary or low-quality positions. If tariffs and economic slowdown become more pronounced, there is a possibility that employment indicators will also be affected soon. 4. How are the stock prices of Apple and Amazon moving after earnings reports? Apple reported solid earnings, but concerns over slowing services revenue, declining sales in the Chinese market, and weakened competitiveness in artificial intelligence led to a drop in stock price. On the other hand, Amazon managed to hold its ground thanks to strong performance in advertising and its AWS segment. Its expanding investment in artificial intelligence was also received positively. 5. What about other major companies? Energy companies like Chevron and ExxonMobil posted decent earnings while Eaton's stock fell. Despite strong results, likely due to profit-taking, Block saw a steep drop of over 20% after lowering its guidance, while Netflix has been gaining attention by rising for 10 consecutive trading sessions. Nvidia rebounded on hopes that restrictions on exporting AI chips may be eased. 6. Is now a good time to invest? When the market rebounds like it has now, it may be wise to realize some profits. Experts warn of increasing market volatility and advise closely monitoring developments in trade negotiations, employment data, and the movement of tech stocks. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. We'll be back in the next video with deeper and sharper analysis. Thank you.